they found one time.
But that one,
But you see how big, how much work did they do? It's still, but imagine like 500 kilometers last time. Like when we were working and doing our life, we were doing the whole time for years.
do the same.
The mic doesn't work yet, Juan? Mic is still shape. And then المشكلة الليلة. Can't complain. Everybody as well. How's your evening coming? Huh? Inshallah.
Once upon a time, I knew how to do this. Not this way, though.
It's the African Yemeni way.
Yeah, no, the Yemeni way.
Let's go. What's
There's
it
different Yemeni ways, right?
Yeah, there's a few different ones.
I find that my ears get hot.
Yeah, some of mine
Is that a
too.
thing you just got used to?
I just got used to it.
Okay. Did you feel like your ears are hot, your head is like...
Sometimes my thick ones be kind of heavy. We don't have the mic tonight, no?
I don't think so.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والحمد لله الذي لا إله إلا هو على ما من به علينا من النعم الكثيرة الظاهرة والباطنة. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه. أما بعد. By the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most compassionate. All praise belongs to Allah, the one that has none that has the right to be worshipped except Him, who has bestowed upon us blessings that are numerous, blessings that are of great magnitude, those blessings that are outward and inward. And I bear witness that none has the right to be worshipped other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is alone, without having any partners, and I bear witness that Muhammad ibn Abdullah is his servant and his messenger. To proceed, ya ikhwan, Allahumma inna na'udhu bika min ilmin la yanfa' wa min qalbin la yakhsha' wa min nafsin la tashba' wa min du'a la yusma'. Verily, Allah, we seek refuge with you from knowledge that has no benefit, and from a heart that has no fear, and from a soul that has no satisfaction nor contentment, and from a dua that goes unanswered. To proceed, ya ikhwan, فَنُرَحِّبُ بِكُمْ جَمِيعًا إِلَى هَذِهِ السِلسِلَةِ الْعِلْمِيَّةِ. So we welcome each and every one of you to this series of classes حيث ندرس شيئا من اعتقاد المسلم, whereas we're learning, deriving benefit collectively from the belief, the methodology of the Muslim, the one who has submitted himself or herself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. مع فضيلة الإمام شيخ الإسلام محمد ibn Abdul Wahhab al-Tamimi rahimahullah ta'ala. And we're reading from the words of the noble Imam Shaykh al-Islam in his time, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab Al-Tamimi, may Allah have mercy upon him, في كتابه أصول الثلاثة, Usool Al-Thalaathah, and we're reading from one of his works, the three principles. طيب فكنا متكلمين عن الإيمان وما يتعلق بالإيمان. So we were discussing lastly the issues of belief and those things that are connected to belief. فتعلمنا أن من إيمان بالله سبحانه وتعالى أنه يشمل أربعة أمور. So we mentioned that having belief in Allah consists of four components, consists of four matters. ما هو الأول? What's the first of these matters?
To believe in the existence of Allah.
أحسنت. الإيمان بوجود الله. To believe in the existence of Allah. The existence of Allah. والأمر الثاني, Shaykh Abdul Wahhab, second component.
To believe in the Lordship of Allah.
MashaAllah. الإيمان بربوبية الله. To believe in the Lordship of Allah. Irian الثالث, the third point.
الإيمان بالألوهية.
To believe in the worship of Allah. أنه يستحق العبادة ولا يستحق العبادة إلا هو. Meaning that only Allah deserves to be worshipped. No one else. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deserves to be worshipped. ما هو الرابع? لو شيخ, what's the fourth component connected to belief in Allah? Accent. To believe in the oneness of Allah, you can say that. That goes with rububiyyah, uluhiyyah. And one more point.
The names.
And to believe in Allah's names and attributes. Accentum. طيب فلعلنا بعد ذلك وصلنا إلى طيب وتعلمنا بعض الأمور تتعلق بالإيمان بأسماء الله تعالى وصفاته. We also learned some important components connected to having belief in Allah's names and attributes. أولا ما معنى هذا? Firstly, what does that mean? To believe in Allah's names and attributes. ما معنى هذا? What does that mean? Man يجيب? Who can answer? Master?
To believe only the 99 names.
To believe in the 99 names وزيادة, and Allah has more than 99. هذا جاء في الحديث. That comes in the hadith. نعم. لكن ليس معنى هذا الحديث أن أسماء الله سبحانه وتعالى منحصرة إلى حد 99. لا. This does not mean that the names of Allah are restricted to 99. No. Allah has 99 names, yes. لكن عدد أسماء الله تعالى لا يتوقف في حد 99. لا. Allah has 99 names, yes. But Allah does not only have 99 names. From Allah's names are 99. بعض الإخوة يظنون أن لله سبحانه وتعالى 99 اسما فقط. وهذا خطأ. Many Muslims of today mistakenly they believe that Allah only has 99 names. There's a difference between only and Allah has. Allah has 99 names, yes. But Allah does not only have 99 names. الفرق بين هذا وذاك. بين هذا وذاك. There's a difference between this and that. هذا الشخص يملك سيارة لكن له 3 سيارات. You say this man owns a car. This man owns a car, but he has 3 cars. لا يوجد تعارض. There's not a contradiction يا أخوان. He owns a car and he has 3 cars. من 3 سياراته هذه الواحدة. From the 3 cars that he has is this 1 car. So Allah has 99 names, yes, but He does not only have 99 names. طيب فما معنى ذلك? So what does this mean? Ryan?
To get to know Allah. So through His sifat and.
طيب, we get to know Allah from His names, His attributes. Correct? That's correct.
That all His names are complete.
All His names are complete.
La and La لا تمثيل
MashaAllah. And we believe in them. نثبت لله تعالى جميع ما أثبته لنفسه. هذا هو. This is the point here. We affirm for Allah everything Allah affirms for Himself. We affirm for Allah everything Allah affirms for Himself. بدون تكييف, without asking how. بدون تحريف, without changing the meanings. بدون تنكير, and without denying them. وبدون تمثيل, and without likening Allah to His creation. هذا مهم. إذا نفهم هذه الجملة الوحيدة هذا الفرق بين أهل السنة والجماعة وغيرهم من جميع الجماعات بالنسبة إلى أسماء الله وصفاته. If you understand this sentence, this is the difference, or the main difference, between the people of Ahl Sunnah, may Allah make us and you from them, and between every other group when it comes to Allah's names and attributes. نثبت ما أثبته الله تعالى من أسمائه وصفاته بدون تكييف بدون تنكير بدون تشبيه وبدون ماذا تحريف. We affirm for Allah every name Allah affirms for Himself. We affirm for Allah every attribute and description Allah affirms for Himself. But how do we do that? Without asking the how, without trying to bring the how, without changing the meaning, without denying them, and without likening Allah to His creation. Ahsant. طيب. قال بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الإيمان بالملائكة. لعلنا تعلمنا هذا. I believe we did this part also. Having believed in Allah's angels.
Yes, we did that.
أحسنت. وقلنا أن الإيمان بالملائكة الله تعالى يشمل أربعة أمور كذلك. We also learned that belief in the angels of Allah consists of 4 components. ما هو الأول؟ Riyaan, first component.
كن تؤمن بوجودهم.
MashaAllah, accent. That we believe that the angels exist. هذا ليس خيالي. This is not someone's imagination. لا. We believe بوجود الملائكة. We believe there's a such thing as angels, that they exist. Number 2, Shaykh Abdul Wahab.
we believe their names that Allah and His Prophet tell us.
MashaAllah, accent. We believe that these angels have names. They're taught to us by Allah and His Messenger. وَلَوْ لَمْ نَعْرِفُهَا, even if وَلَوْ لَمْ نَعْرِفْهَا, even if we don't know their names. نُؤْمِنُ بِأَنَّ لَهُنَّ أو بِأَنَّ لَهُمْ أَسْمَاء. Even if we don't know their names, we still believe that they have names. الأمر الثالث ماسي. Point number 3.
So we believe in the descriptions that are
Accent. We believe in the descriptions of the angels. والرابع الشيخ. 4th point with regards to the angels. لا بأس ليس مشكلة.
We believe their عدد.
Their number, and I believe we mentioned
بأعمالهم.
the a'mal, their actions. Accent. درسنا الليلة, tonight's lesson يا إخوان. طيب من فوائد علمي بفوائد الإيمان بالملائكة. Tonight we're going to do inshallah وهذا من الإمام العثيمين. And this benefit comes from the Imam Muhammad ibn Salih al-Uthaymin. He says a benefit of knowing, or a benefit of having knowledge in the angels. What can this benefit? A benefit of having knowledge of the angels. Or you can say a benefit of believing in the angels. قال الإمام محمد بن صالح العثيمين رحمه الله تعالى. The Imam Al-Uthaymin, he mentions, may Allah have mercy upon him, الإيمان بالملائكة يثمر ثمرات جليلة. He says having belief in the angels brings about many tremendous benefits. Having belief in the angels يثمر ثمرات جليلة. منها, Having belief in the angels gives a person who has such belief some benefits. Al-Ula, benefit number 1. Al-ilmu bi'idhamatillahi ta'ala wa quwwatihi. Your brothers and sisters, write this down. Benefit number 1. Having knowledge of the greatness of Allah and His power. Al-Iman, al-ilmu bi'idhamatillahi ta'ala wa quwwatihi. Having belief in the greatness of Allah and the power and might of Allah. Having knowledge of the greatness of Allah and the power of Allah. مثلا الذي يفكر في خلق الأرض يجد أن لهذه الأرض قوة، أو أن لهذه الأرض قوة وعظيمة وعظمة. Someone who studies the world, if that's a science, I'm sure that's a science. لا أعرف اسمه, I don't know the name of that science. Where are scientists here, Juan? The study of the earth. Geography, maybe? The study of the different lands, the mountains, and the cosmos, the atmosphere, the stars, the moon. It has a science, it has a name. Perhaps it's connected to astronomy. Wallah, I don't know the name. طيب, the one who studies the earth, studies the mountains and the suns, والنجوم and the stars, والسحاب and the clouds and the lights, يجد أن لهن عظمة، أن لهن قوة. He's going to find the earth has greatness connected to it. The mountains have might and power connected to it. The stars and the galaxies and the planets have might and power connected to them. فإذا يفكر في هذا ماذا يفكر في الذي يخلقها وهو الله. The one who ponders over the greatness of creation, the moon and the stars, the earth, the world, the water and the rivers, the mountains. If he's amazed by that, how much more so the one that created the stars and the moon and the sun and the heavens and the earth. مثلا الأخ أحيانا يعجبه جمال المرأة، يشاهد شيئا في التلفاز، وأنا لا أنصحكم بذلك ولا أدعوكم إلى ذلك أبدا، لا، هذا مثال. لا أريد ماسي أن يقول الأخ يدعوننا إلى ذلك، لا أبدا. طيب, the man, we're men, طيب, the man is amazed by the beauty of a woman. He's watching a show or the news, the TV, whatever he's watching, and we're not telling you to watch TV. That's not our Islam. I don't want Massey to leave and say, hey, there it is. The brother said go watch some TV. I'm not saying that. This is an example. This is an example. The man is amazed by that woman. Her beauty. She's like the sun. She walks in. كل شخص يتوقف من جمالها. She's so beautiful. She walks in the room, everybody stops. من جمالها, from her beauty. إذا العبد يفكر في جمالها يعجبه عظمة من خلقها في هذه الهيئة وهو الله. If the man is amazed, man, that's a beautiful lady. She's like the stars. She's like the moon. She's like. If he's amazed by her beauty, how much more so the honor and the glory of the one who created her like that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As the scholars, they say, إِنَّ عِظَمَةَ الْمَخْلُوقِ مِنْ عِظَمَةِ الْخَالِقِ. They say the glory of creation is from the glory and might of the Creator. وهذه قاعدة, that's a principle. مِنْ عِظَمَةِ الْمَخْلُوقِ من عظمة الخالق أو إن عظمة المخلوق من عظمة الخالق. The glory, whatever it is from creation, you're amazed by that mountain, you're amazed by those trees and the galaxy and the stars, you're amazed by that. How much more so the one that created that? إن عظمة المخلوق من عظمة الخالق. The greatness of creation is from the greatness of the one who created it. So benefit number one, العلم بعظمة الله تعالى وقوته. Benefit number one of believing in the angels is having knowledge of the greatness of Allah and the power and might of Allah. يعجبنا عظمة الملائكة. The glory of the angels amazes us. Their creation, their number, their actions, their descriptions is amazing. If this is amazing, how much more so the honor and the might of their creator, and who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He is our Lord, Allah ta'ala. الثاني, benefit number two, شكر الله سبحانه وتعالى على عنايته ببني آدم. Benefit number two, being grateful to Allah. Showing gratitude and gratefulness to Allah for being concerned and taking care of the children of Adam. Being grateful to Allah for Him having taken care of, protected the children of Adam. حيث وكل من هؤلاء الملائكة من يقوم بحفظهم. Allah Akbar. Shaykh Uthaymeen continues, he says, for as Allah appointed for the children of Adam angels to protect them. So this shows إذا العبد يؤمن بالملائكة, the servant believes in the angels. يزداد شكره لله. The more he learns about the angels, the more grateful he's going to be to his Lord. Because Allah وكل من الملائكة من ماذا حافظ على بني آدم. Allah has appointed over every person from the children of Adam angels to protect them. Angels to protect them. So this increases our gratefulness and our gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَوَكَّلَ مِنَ الْمَلَائِكَةِ مَنْ يَكْتُبُ أَعْمَالَ بَنِي آدَمَ. And Allah, for His consideration of Bani Adam, taking care of them, being concerned with them, Allah appointed angels over them to write their actions, to write their good deeds, to write their statements. وَغَيْرِ ذَلِكَ مِنْ مَصَالِحِهِمْ. And other than that, from those things that benefit. ومن الملائكة من يسافرون في الأرض يبحثون عن حلقة العلم وهذا من رحمة الله تعالى على بني آدم. From the mercy of Allah upon the children of Adam, Allah has angels, and all they do is travel upon the earth, going from here and there, looking for circles of knowledge. And they write who was in those circles, and they write who is not in those circles, and they write who come to those circles, and they record those good deeds of those who come to the gatherings. هذا لماذا نقول لكم يا إخوان حلقة العلم في المساجد ليس كحلقة العلم في غيرها. This is why we say the circles of knowledge in the masajid are not like the circles of knowledge in any other place. حلقات العلم أفضل. The circles of knowledge in the masajid, حلقات العلم في المسجد أفضل. The gatherings in the masjid, the reward is greater. وهذا الأصل, and this is the foundation. ولا نقول أن الدروس في الجامعات محرمة وأن الدروس في المعاهد محرمة وأن الدروس في أي مكان محرمة. لا، نقول أن حلقات العلم في المسجد أفضل. والله أعلم. We're not saying that studying in universities is haram. We're not saying studying in institutes and centers are haram. We're not saying that. We're saying the gatherings in the house of Allah, the reward is greater. The reward is greater. طيب الثالثة, point number 3. Father Irian.
شكر الله سبحانه وتعالى.
Oh, raise your voice slightly.
The second one.
Number 2.
Yeah.
شكر الله تعالى على إنايته على إنايته ببني آدم. Being grateful to Allah because He takes care, He is concerned for the children of Adam, whereas He appointed over them angels to protect them. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar Kabira. He appoints over them angels to write their actions, to write their statements. He appoints over them angels to benefit them. Number 3, محبة الملائكة من عبادة الله تعالى. Allahu Akbar. Shaykh Uthaymeen, he says, point number 3, from having believed in the angels, is loving the angels, loving them. Allahu Akbar. من عبادة الله تعالى. Having love for the angels is from worship. Having love for the angels is from worship. العبد يمكنه يتقرب إلى الله بحبه للملائكة. حب الملائكة من عبادة الله. A servant can come closer to Allah by having love for His angels. The more we love the angels of Allah, the more our scales of good deeds can be increased. وكذلك حب الأنبياء وحب الرسل وحب الصالحين وحب المسلمين جميعا وحب مخلوقات الله تعالى. Likewise, loving the messengers and the prophets, loving the angels, loving the righteous, loving the Muslims, loving Allah's creation. Having love for the angels of Allah is worship. وهذه فائدة عظيمة. That's a tremendous benefit يا إخوان. أحيانا ننسى أن هذا من عبادة الله وأن ذلك من عبادة الله وأن حب لهذا الولد من عبادة الله لأنه من المسلمين. Sometimes we forget, many times we forget, having love for this thing is worship. Loving this thing over here is also worship. Loving this Muslim child here is also worship. Sometimes we forget يا إخوان أن عبادة الله تعالى ماذا شمولية, that the worship of Allah is comprehensive. هي أعظم من الصلاة. الصلاة منها نعم، لكن عبادة الله تعالى أعظم من الصلاة. Having worship, or the concept of worship, is not just prayer. No, prayer is from worship, yes. It's from the best of the worship, yes. But worship is greater than just prayer. أنا أرى مسلما ماشيا إلي أنا أبتسم إليه. إذا فعلت هذا الفعل لله هذا أجر من ربي سبحانه وتعالى. I see my brother Masi coming. He's coming towards me, my Muslim brother. I smile at him. I smile. MashaAllah ya ikhwan. I just smile. If I smile for Allah's sake, that's a good deed. أنا أرى مسلمة. I see a Muslim sister walking towards me. أرى خشبا في الطريق. ماذا أحركها لله. أحركها لله. هذا أجر عند الله سبحانه وتعالى. I'm walking. I see my Muslim sister approaching. I see a piece of wood, a stick in the street. I move this piece of wood for the sake of Allah. Not just to move it. I want to show her I'm strong. No. I just committed a sin there. I do it for Allah's sake. She's walking. There's some wood. For the sake of Allah, I get that harmful wood out of the sister's way. That's all I did. I took that tree and moved it. If I did that for Allah, that's a good deed. أنا أرى كتة المسجد. Abis or Abis. Masmu? Abis or something like that. I leave the masjid. Every time we leave, we see this Muslim cat. We love this cat, ya ikhwan. All of us love this cat now. You don't come to the masjid except this cat runs over to you. Alhamdulillah. Abis or Abis, I forget the name. What's the name of the cat, ya ikhwan? Nasina? We forgot. Something like that. Abis. Abis. طيب. The man feeds Abis. لأجل وجوه الناس. لا. هذا شرك. هذا ذنب. The man feeds the cat so that the people can look at him. Oh, the man, he's kind to the cat. That's why he did it. That's shirk. That man is sinful. لا. هو ماذا يطعم القطة لله. هو مأجور عند الله سبحانه وتعالى. The man, عليكم السلام, fed the cat for no other reason except for the sake of Allah. If he did so for the sake of Allah, he is rewarded. وكل هذا يدل على رحمة الله تعالى علينا. All of this in these small examples show the mercy of Allah Ta'ala upon us. ومن عبادة الله تعالى على العبد حبه للملائكة. From the worship of Allah is loving Allah's angels. As Imam Al-Uthaymin, he says here, محبة الملائكة على ما قاموا به من عبادة الله. Having love for the angels, for what they do. This is from the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu Akbar ya ikhwan. طيب. قال الإمام العثيمين رحمه الله تعالى. Next point. الإيمان بالكتب. Having belief in the books. Having belief in the books. ونحن يا إخوان في هذا المسجد المبارك, in our masjid here, this blessed masjid, may Allah and yubarik fihi, may Allah bless it, ومن يصلي فيه, and those who pray in it, ومن يحافظ عليه, and those who protect it, ومن يساعده, and those who aid it, ومن يدعو إليه, and those who call to it, وهكذا. طيب, لعل الدرس في الثلاثاء, لا, الدرس في الخميس والدرس في السبت أعظم دروس حتى الآن نلقيها في هذا المسجد والله أعلم. Perhaps our class Thursday night and our class on Saturday night is of the most important classes that we have so far. لا نقول أنه ماذا أكثر فوائد، لا، لكن أعظم وجها عند الله، لأننا ندرس العبادة، ندرس الإيمان، ندرس العقيدة، والعقيدة أعظم فن من فنون الإسلام. We're not saying that the books we teach on Saturday and Thursday are the best books that we teach right now. We're not saying that. We're saying the topic, the subject that we teach on Thursdays in our sisters class on Saturdays is of the best subjects of the class so far. We have classes in Hadith, classes in Mustalah, classes in Tafseer for the children. And something else we do, ya ikhwan, our fifth class. And we have Aqidah classes. Our two Aqidah classes are small books. We're not saying the benefit is greater. We're not saying that. Of course, the bigger the book, the more the benefit. Right? لكن موضوع الدرس في الخميس وموضوع الدرس في السبت أفضل مواضيع في هذه المواضيع والله أعلم، في رأيي أنا والله تعالى أعلى وأعلم.
في زماننا.
ها؟
في زماننا.
في زماننا أي صح؟ No. We're saying the topic that we're studying right now, our first semester that we're doing right now, and our first series of classes. The subject of Aqidah, of belief, is always going to be the best subject you can study. Because that's directly connected to Allah. That's directly connected to Allah. طيب اكتبوا هذا, write this down يا إخوان. الإيمان بالكتب, having belief in the books, having belief in the books. يشمل أربعة أمور. This includes 4 components. الأمر الأول, component number 1. الإيمان بأن نزولها من عند الله تعالى حقا. Benefit number 1. This is important يا إخوان. I wish our new Muslims يا إخوان. الحمد لله في هذا الأسبوع أسلم شخصان في مسجدنا هذا والحمد لله. ونتمنى من الله تعالى أنهما يدرسان معنا إن شاء الله تعالى حتى في الخميس والسبت. We had 2 Muslims or 2 people, 2 not Muslims accept Islam this week, mashallah. Back to back actually. One day جاء شخص, one day the man came, ويوم الآخر جاء شخص آخر. And the next day, I believe, the very next day, the same time, after Dhuhr prayer, I believe. One brother came after Dhuhr, the next day another man came, and we wish and we hope that they come study with us also. especially on Thursdays and Saturdays, because we're learning belief. So we hope we can encourage those brothers, if they're free, to come on Thursdays and Saturdays, especially as we're learning the Aqidah. وهذا أعظم شيء, and that's the most important thing to learn, يا إخوان. علينا نركز على العقيدة. We have to focus on the belief of الإسلام. كل أمر من أوامر أو من أمور هذا الدين مهم. نعم، لكن أفضلها أمر العقيدة، أمر الإيمان. Every aspect of Islam is tremendous. Every aspect. However, some components are greater. Learning the belief is greater than the salah. Learning the belief is greater than a thawb. Learning the belief is greater than hajj. Learning the belief is greater than saum. Learning the belief is greater. أفضل أمر من أمور هذا الدين العقيدة. The greatest affair, the greatest component is your belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. والإيمان داخل, and your belief is inside. طيب, write this down يا إخوان. Belief in the books يتضمن أربعة أمور. They include 4 components. Number 1, الإيمان بأن نزولها من عند الله تعالى حقا. Point number 1, to believe that these books were sent down by Allah in truth. To believe بأن نزولها من عند الله حقا. To believe that these books were sent down by Allah in truth. من يكرر, who can repeat يا إخوان? Number 1,
To believe that these books were sent down by Allah in truth.
Ahsan. To believe that these books were sent down by Allah, or you could say revealed by Allah. The Shaykh says sent down in truth. فبعض الناس يعتقدون أن هذه الكتب من الله. هذا صحيح لكن لا يكفي. هذا صحيح لكن لا يكفي. Many Muslims, they say, we believe in the books. That's from Iman, but that's not sufficient. You have to believe that they are from Allah in truth. You have to believe that Allah sent down all the heavenly books in truth. In truth. No. ما عندك شيء؟
I was going to say, can you repeat in Arabic?
بالعربية أن طيب بأن نزولها من عند الله حقا. بأن نزولها من عند الله حقا. To believe that the sending down of these books is from Allah in truth. طيب, قال الثاني, point number 2, الإيمان بما علمنا اسمه. Number 2, الإيمان بما علمنا اسمه. Number 2, to believe in what Allah, meaning what He, the He here goes back to Allah, to believe in what He, meaning Allah, has taught us from the names of the books. To believe in what He, Allah, has taught us from their names. Al-Quran. Like, to believe there's a revelation called the Quran. To believe, مثلا, بالتوراة, باسم التوراة. To believe there's a revelation that was sent down called a Torah. To believe ما أنزل على موسى يسمى الإنجيل. To believe the revelation that came down upon Musa is called the Injil. The Shaykh has Torah. والتوراة التي نعم أحسنت. أولا سي يا إخوان الذي أنزل على موسى والإنجيل. طيب, الذي أنزل على موسى التوراة والذي أنزل على عيسى الإنجيل. I think I said it wrong. Shukran ya ikhwan. The first time I said, for you brothers taking notes, that which came down upon Musa was the Injil. The correct should be, what came down upon Musa is the Torah. The first time I said it, incorrect. What came down upon Musa is called the Torah, and what came down upon Isa is called the Injil. طيب سؤالا, question. هل نؤمن بأن الذي موجود الآن عند اليهود والنصارى عندهم يسمون هذا الكتاب بايبل؟ هل نعتقد أن هذا البايبل الموجود الآن هو التوراة والإنجيل؟ طيب, this is our question يا إخوان. Do we understand from this that what the Christians and Jews have today, they call it the Bible. They call it the Bible. To them it's called the Bible. طيب, from a Greek or Latin term, biblos, logos. طيب, they call it the Bible in English. Do we believe the Bible that exists today is the Injil and the Torah? Man يجيب, who can answer?
Maybe like small parts. It's like
Small parts of it, but
كاملا لا.
completely, no. Small parts, some parts. طيب,
Some things.
طيب. نعتقد أن ما أنزل على عيسى يسمى إنجيلا وما أنزل على موسى يسمى توراة. هذا الذي نعتقده. طيب, we'll give you a benefit يا إخوان. We believe what was sent down upon Musa is called the Torah. And we believe what was sent down upon Isa is called the Injil. Is it what exists today? Allah Alam. ما عندنا الدليل على ذلك. We don't have no proof to that. When they come and say the Bible said, the Bible said, the Bible said, we say we believe in what was revealed upon Isa. We believe in what was revealed upon Musa. If you have that, bring it.
Okay. Yeah, whatever our religion agrees to.
Since whatever confirms or is confirmed by the Quran, we submit to that. طيب, it can be some parts in the Bible, no problem. But that's not what we believe in. We believe as Muslims in what was revealed upon Musa. We believe in what was revealed upon Isa. What was revealed upon Isa, we believe in that. What was revealed upon Musa, we believe in that. The Muslim, some Muslims say, hey, the Bible is the Torah. The Bible is the Injil. هذا ليس بالصحيح. That's not correct, يا إخوان. We believe what was revealed upon Musa. We believe what was revealed upon Isa. What was revealed upon Musa is called the Torah. What was revealed upon Isa is called the Injil. هذا الذي نعتقده. That's what we believe. الذي كان أصلا إذا عندك الأصل ائتي به. You have the origin, then present it. The Muslim believes in what was revealed upon Isa and Musa and other prophets that came before. طيب. قال وكذلك زبور. Likewise, we believe in the name, the Zabur. We believe in the name, Az-Zabur. الذي أوتي داود. الذي أوتيه داود. That which was revealed or given to Prophet Dawood. أما ما لم نعلم اسمه فنؤمن به إجمالا. Then he brings another tremendous point connected to Aqidah. Those books that we do not know their names. وهذا كثير. And that's most of the revelation. We only know a few names, ya ikhwan. We don't know all the revelations. What was the revelation sent down to any of the previous prophets? بدون الدليل. We don't have no proof, ya ikhwan.
The ones that went to the ones mentioned in Surah Al-Yasin. Like there were some messengers sent there, but we don't know what books they had.
Accent. Good example. The messengers that were revealed, that Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Yasin. We don't have no dalil ala asma'iha. We don't have no proof to show their names.
There's 300 prophets.
Hey, some say more than that. Only Allah knows the actual number. Allah alam. Even the numbers of the prophets and messengers. We believe in them. We believe they have a number. We don't know the actual number. So he says, rahimahullah, those books that we do not know their names. We believe in them, but generally. You can't say what their names was, but you believe that they were books. So you believe in all the books of Allah. How many books were there? Trick question. One of our younger shuyukh, little sheikh. Trick question. You can't answer, 10 push-ups, 10 push-ups. طيب. How many books are there? 200 or 1,000? 200. 200? 200. 10 push-ups in the back. How many books?
1,000.
You guys already owe me 10 push-ups. How many books? How many books? Not you, yeah. You do your 10 push-ups. Huh? Trick question. Take your time. Kam kutuban? How many books? Let's give him the same psychological trick. How many books? 500 or 1,000,000? Everybody, that's psychological, yeah, come on. Diet, you're stronger, you can give me more than 10. You didn't start. Keep your back straight, may Allah bless you. Diet, it's from Islam to be strong, yeah, come on. That's something we forget. The Muslim used to be strong. Now everybody, we're all weak, yeah, come on. Diet, nice. That was 10 that fast? That was like 7. May Allah bless you. Diet. What did we say? 1,000 or 1,000,000? How many books? Huh?
More than 1,000.
Oh, you were close. Your first answer you was about to say was the right answer. Oh, no. Your second answer. You owe me 25 push-ups. You're bigger. You can do 25 easy. So what's the curse? Somebody help the brothers out here, Ikhwan. How many books? Only Allah knows. Go back to your principles, يا إخوان. أول تعليم أو أول ماذا فائدة ألقيها عليكم في أول زيارة لي لكم. The first thing we ask you to write down. The first class we ever had here. First benefit. Who remembers? First benefit we ever gave at this masjid so far. When I met you guys the first visit. Oh, first benefit.
Islam is built upon proof.
MashaAllah. الإسلام يبنى على الدليل. لماذا أنا ألقي هذا أولا في كل درس؟ هذا لي. هذا بيني وبين ربي. Why do I always teach that first? Any message I ever taught at, the first reminder I give is that sentence. This is something that's special to me. Right? Any class I go to, any message I go to, the first thing I say to those Muslims is write this down here, إخوان. الإسلام يبنى على الدليل. Islam is built upon proofs. This is between me and my Lord. Why do we say that? أولا لأنه حق. We say it because it's the truth. ثانيا له حمية. له أهمية. Also, it has great importance. To understand, as a child, you teach your children, even the women, you teach the Muslims, learn, Islam is not based upon opinions. Islam is not based upon my husband said for the women. Islam is not based upon my wife said for the men. Islam is not based upon my sheikh said. Islam is not based upon my midhab says. Islam is not based upon this companion said. Islam is not based upon this sheikh said. La. Al-Islamu a'lamu min dhalika kullihi. Islam is greater than all of that. All of that's great. No problem. Islam is greater than all of it. Islam is bigger than your husband. Islam is bigger than your wife. Islam is bigger than your imam. Islam is bigger than your sheikh. Islam is bigger than your madhab. Islam is bigger than this companion. Islam is yubna al-dalil. Islam is built upon evidence. Min al-kitabi wa sunnah wa ala fahmi as-sahaba. Islam is built upon, Allah said, the Prophet said, and the companions understood. And the third reason we give this benefit, يا إخوان, هذا أول شيء تعلمته أنا من شيخي الأول إبراهيم فلتشر الأمريكي حفظه الله تعالى. And the third reason I give this benefit first is because this was the first benefit I learned when I was a new Muslim from what I call my first sheikh, my companion who, by Allah's mercy, guided me to Islam, by Allah's mercy. From the first things I learned from this brother was Islam is not built upon opinions. Anybody gives you their opinion, خُذُوهُ إِذْ شِئْتُمْ وَتُرُكُوهُ إِنْ شِئْتُمْ. Anyone gives you their opinions, you can do one or two things with it. What can you do with it? Anyone's opinion. You can take it or you can reject it. You can write it down or you can say, no thanks, ya akhi. Shukran. That's Islam. And no one should get offended. No one. Islam is bigger than, this is my opinion. What do you think about that? What do you say about this? No, what I think is, Allah said. What I think is, the Prophet said. What I think is, Abu Bakr said. What I think is, Islam says. So this is one of the benefits we share at one that's dear to us. Islam is built upon proofs. وَدَلِيلُ هَذَا قوله تعالى اتبعوا ما أنزل إليكم من ربكم الآية Surah Al-Araf. As Allah says, follow what has been sent down to you from your Lord, to the end of the verse. ويقول النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام, and the Prophet of Allah used to say, إنما أوتيت القرآن ومثله مع الحديث وهو في السنن. The Messenger of Allah used to say, verily I've been given the Quran and that which is similar to it along with it, meaning the Sunnah. طيب. Let's continue. Let's take one more benefit. Our hour is almost up. Inshallah, we told the people some time ago, remind us if we go past an hour, we don't want to keep the people that long, ya ikhwan, after Isha. Maybe between 45 minutes, inshallah. May Allah bless you all. Someone had a question online. If we ever don't answer or try to comment, we're not ignoring you. Sometimes I try to check at the end, and sometimes I forget to do so. Somebody said, you don't answer the questions at the bottom. You say, which are our best? I wish we can give you guys someone that's following sometimes. Like our brother Mufti does a good job. Someone helps him read the questions. Sometimes it's hard when they scroll down. So you may notice it, get carried away, and then now it's down. So you may not be mindful of reading it back. Let's take one more benefit, inshallah, ya ikhwan. Fadal, Shaykh.
Is that on the YouTube or the Telegram?
On the YouTube. If sometimes, maybe one of y'all can follow. If y'all see the questions, you can remind us of it, inshallah. Anybody on the Telegram has anything to add, can do so. So let's do one more benefit, inshallah, connected to Al-Kutub, the books. قال والثالث, benefit number 3. قال تصديق ما صح من أخبارها. Allah Akbar. Benefit number 3. To believe in what is truthful or what is authentic from its news or its information. To believe in what is truthful from the information of these books. كأخبار القرآن. Like what is mentioned in the Quran, those earlier generations, when Allah mentions what took place, we believe in that. وأخبار ما لم يبدل أو يحرف من الكتب السابقة, and to believe in what was not changed, what was not altered in those earlier books. We believe in the earlier books. We believe. The Muslim may say, I don't believe in the Bible, that book you have in front of you. What I believe is the Torah. What I believe in is the Injil. If that's that, show me and I believe in that. Because as a Muslim, we have to believe in what was sent down upon the earlier messengers, the earlier prophets. We believe in the Injil, we believe in the Torah, we believe in the Zabur, we believe in the Suhuf Musa, Ibrahim. We believe in all the revelations that were sent down. وَلَوْ لَمْ نَعْلَمْهَا بِالْإِسْمِ, even if we don't believe in their names. نُؤْمِنُ بِهَا إِجْمَالًا, we believe in them generally. However, you have to prove that that book is the Injil, and then the Muslim will believe in that. You have to prove this is the revelation that was sent down upon Isa. This is the revelation that was sent down upon Musa. وَهَذَا الَّذِي أُخْبِرُ أُمِّي, and that's what I say to my mother. She said, you have to believe in the Bible. It came down before the Quran. He said, no. We believe in the Torah, we believe in the Injil. The Bible is not mentioned in the Quran. Oh.
Even so, the Quran is updated already.
Makes sense. There was a sheikh years ago, ya ikhwan, لعله أحمد ديدات رحمه الله تعالى, وبعض الناس عندهم مشكلة بذكر أحمد ديدات, ونراه يا إخوان على خير, ونسأل الله تعالى أن يغفر له بماذا وقع فيه من الخطأ. Some Muslims, when you mention the name of certain people like Ahmed Didat, rahimahullah, some people have an issue. We say, from what we see of him, ya ikhwan, he was upon goodness, he did a tremendous job in Al-Islam, and we ask Allah Ta'ala to forgive and pardon any errors or shortcomings that he had. قال بعض الناس دعوة أسلوب دعوته ليست من السنة. وهذا صحيح. هذا صحيح. طيب، لكن ليس بالشرط في الدعوة. Some people say the way he gave da'wah, rahimahullah, is not from how the Prophet gave da'wah. True. That's true. But it's not a condition. نعم أفضل دعوة إلى الله دعوة أو أفضل كيفية في الدعوة كيفية النبي بلا شك ولا ريب. The best way to give da'wah, the best method to give da'wah is the way the Prophet did it, using Quran and Sunnah. The Prophet didn't use the Torah and the Injil as his proofs and evidences. لا. وعندما أتى بنسخة من التوراة عمر غضب عليه النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام وقال كلاما فيه شديد عليه السلام. And when the Prophet of Allah saw Umar with a copy of the Torah or the Injil, the Prophet of Allah got angry. And the Prophet of Allah said some speech to him that was strong. That was some strong speech. At any rate, the way that Ahmad rahimahullah gave da'wah, true. It wasn't how the Prophet did it. The Prophet ما حافظ التوراة والإنجيل ثم يدعو الناس بها إلى الإسلام. So, the Prophet of Allah did not memorize narrations from the Torah and narrations from the Injil and then call the non-Muslims by their book to Allah. True. But it doesn't mean that's haram to do so. And I want you to understand that, ya ikhwan. أسلوب الشيخ أحمد ديدات رحمه الله ليس أسلوب السنة. صحيح. The way the Shaykh Ahmad Didat, may Allah have mercy upon him, called the people to Islam, the Prophet didn't do it that way. True. But it doesn't mean that that method is haram. مثلا أمي, my mother, Allah يهديها وإيانا, may Allah guide her and all of us. عندما أنا أقول لها يا أمي قال الله تعالى واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء إلى آخر هذه الآية في سورة آل عمران. I say to my mother, Ummi, write this verse down. Allah says in the Quran, hold on all of you collectively to the rope of Allah and do not be divided. And remember the favor of Allah upon you when you were enemies to one another, and He guided you by His mercy to be brothers and sisters. To the end of the verse. She says, هذا في كتابك. She says, that's in your book. That's in your Quran. She says, أما كتابي فهو البيبل. She says, as for my book, I believe in the Bible. So we give her ayat. قال الله تعالى إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. Al-Fatiha. We say, Ummi. Allah says in the Quran, إياك نعبد. You alone, O Allah, we worship. And you alone, O Allah, we ask for help. She says, هذا كتابك. That's your book. كتابي البيبل. My book is the Bible. فأحمد إذا رحمه الله وأنا لا أدعو الناس إلى أسلوبه في الدعوة. لا. لكن نفعه. And we're not saying give da'wah the way Ahmad Ida gave da'wah. We're not saying that. But it benefited. It benefited him. ماذا فعل? What did he do? حافظ البايبل. حافظ كتاب اليهود والنصارى. ثم أتى إليهم ويدعوهم إلى الله بكتابهم هو. وهذا جميل يا إخوان. لكن صح ليس من أسلوب النبي في الدعوة. What did Ahmad Didat do? What was his method? He didn't use the Quran to call the Christians and Jews. No, he memorized their book and he came back to them, narrating to them from their book, showing them what you're saying is in your book is not in the book. I'm going to show you what's in the book. And he memorized the book and he called to Allah Ta'ala by way of their book. So, it's not from the Sunnah, yes. But you can't say it's haram to do so. Because Allah didn't say it was haram in the Quran. So I wanted to mention that, ya ikhwan. Because some of the Muslims nowadays, somebody makes a mistake, we throw them out of Islam. Or someone makes a mistake, we throw them off the Sunnah. Or someone doesn't make a mistake, he does something that's allowed. And we say, هو ليس بمسلم ونعوذ بالله. هو ليس سنيا. He's not on the Sunnah no more. No, ya ikhwan. نقول هو مسلم لكن هذا ليس من الإسلام. أو هو في السنة لكن هذا خطأ. We say, no, he's a Muslim, this person, but that action is not from Islam. Or that particular thing is allowed to do. We have to keep everything in its proper context. Wallahu a'lam. طيب. شكرا يا شيخ. So tonight we did 3. Let's do the last one, ya ikhwan. As we mentioned 4, let's do the last one, inshallah ta'ala. ثم ننصرف, and then we'll disperse بإذن الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال والرابع, point number 4. العمل بأحكام ما لم ينسخ منها. He says, working by the rulings of those books that have not been abrogated. Working by the rulings and legislations of the previous books that have not been مَا لَمْ يُنْسَخْ مِنْهَا, that was not abrogated. Whatever the Quran affirms, then we work by it. If it was abrogated by the Quran, we don't work by that. Any of the earlier divine books, مَا لَمْ يُنْسَخْ مِنْهَا نَعْمَلَ بِهِ. Whatever has not been abrogated, you bring something from the Torah, something from the Injil. In the Torah and the Injil, be kind to your neighbors. Play it. It hasn't been wiped away. It hasn't been abrogated. That has been confirmed by the Quran. So the Muslim works by that. So what's mentioned in the earlier scriptures, you work by that, you call to that, مَا لَمْ يُنْسَخْ مِنْهَا, as long as it has not been abrogated. No.
So what if you find the Torah or the Injil,
No.
and then it has like a piece of advice or a command that's not in the Quran or the Sunnah,
No.
but it's not abrogated either. There's nothing like
So
that.
if it's not abrogated by it, but it's not confirmed in the Quran, نتوقف, then you stop. لأن ما عندنا الدليل على أنه من الكتاب ولا يخالف الكتاب فنتوقف. If you find a ruling or you find a copy of the Torah or the Injil, and it has a commandment, but this commandment is not, the Quran does not contradict it, and the Quran does not confirm it, then what do you do now? نتوقف. Then we stop in the middle. Like some of the reports of Bani Israel. Ibn Kathir narrates from Bani Israel a lot in his Tafseer. Some scholars criticize him for that. Other scholars don't criticize him for that. At any rate, those things that the Quran doesn't say is true and the Quran doesn't say is false, what do you do? Natawaqaf. We're in the middle. You can't ascertain the truth of something and you can't ascertain the falsehood of something. You can't say it's true, you can't say it's false. Al-haq fil wasat. The truth is in the middle. Natawaqaf. Someone comes to you with some speech. You can't ascertain, is he telling the truth? You can't ascertain, is he lying? What do? You're in the middle. Same thing with a report, a narration. A copy of the Torah comes to you. You use the Quran to see if it's authentic or if it's false, to see if it's sahih or if it's batil. You can't do so. It doesn't contradict the Quran and the Quran doesn't confirm it. What do? You stay in the middle. You say, Amruhu lillah. The affair of this thing is with Allah. I can't say it's true, I can't say it's false. Allah ta'ala wa alam. And that's what we say, and Allah, the Most High, knows best. If you brothers and sisters online don't have anything to mention, we'll stop there. Bidnillahi ta'ala. And the next class, we'll finish inshallah ta'ala, al-Iman bil-Usul, having knowledge of the messengers, or having belief in the messengers. طيب نكتفي بهذا. Anyone online has anything to add? If not, we'll stop there. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. آمين آمين وإياكم وإياكم. You got any snacks tonight, Yaquan? Master got some tea? Nice. Yeah, God bless you all, Yaquan. That tea is nice.